One of my biggest messages that I put out there is that you have to find a tribe that vibes. Not just be around people, like, yes, being around people is important, but being around people that are going to inspire and support you, because no leader is a leader if they don't have anybody behind them.
I guess one of my curiosities, right, is like for people that feel isolated, like the hardest thing is to join. Like the hardest thing can be to commit, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just never been easier to be so non-committal. That's what I
Oh,
find.
yeah.
Like no one wants to have the sense of needing to show up even for themselves, right? And that's really
Oh,
what
yeah.
we're talking about is like, how do you show up for the future you want to experience so that you grow and have relationships where you can rely on people and you can explore, you can explore real radical depth and friendship and around your wellness, which I would say the millennials are way more aware of than Gen X or the boomers. They're way more wellness aware, mental health aware, physical health aware, even if they might not be healthier. I feel like they're much more aware of how they're feeling and what they want, how they want to be living. So to have, and when I look at what I've seen in terms of social wellness club and how I've created these social wellness clubs without ever calling them a social wellness club, because I'm like, oh my gosh, that's wild. That's exactly what we've been doing, is that our good habits rub off on each other. So if we're not with people that have the habits that we want next, it's just near impossible. Like whether this is intermittent fasting, whether this is going to bed early, whether this is like dry October, like whatever is the habit that we're trying to automate or become our new floor, become our new normal. It's so much harder with like the do it yourself perspective that often we just set ourselves up to fail. But because we have commitment phobia as well, it can be hard to commit to us like the idea of a social wellness club, even though that might be the fastest track to feeling how we want to feel. So what are your thoughts?
Okay. So when I talk about Club Phoenix and I'm out there in the world, one of the most common responses, and even this is just like a tendency I see within the club too, is I need to do everything myself. If I
Yeah.
don't do everything myself, I'm weak. Or, there's a lot going on there. Um, I think we as a generation put a lot of pressure on ourselves. And I would like to explore this a little bit too, right? Because you're in a generation above me,
Mhm.
and it seems like everyone is more willing to just be social and be together, and helping each other is not necessarily a quote unquote bad thing.
Mhm.
But with a lot of millennials, this pattern that I see is like, I need to be strong and independent.
Mhm.
And one of my biggest messages that I put out there is that you have to find a tribe that vibes. Like you have, and
Mhm.
not just be around people. Like, yes, being around people is important,
Mhm.
but being around people that are going to inspire and support you,
Yeah.
because no leader is a leader if they don't have anybody behind them, right?
Yeah.
No, and you don't have a community if like there are no people around you. It's just all of this stuff where we think that we have to just be this perfect entity and we have to all create it all ourselves. And that's partly our education
Mm.
too. But it's an undoing I think we need to start to do, because this is one of the biggest barriers to our ability to thrive
Mhm.
going forward as well.